guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's just me now. Mason had to we've tried to film this video now like 3 separate times. I tried to film it last week when it was me watching it by myself, and it did not go very well. And then we just tried to film it with me, Mason, and Ev. All 3 of us here trying to film this video, and that did not go well. Maybe I'll insert some of those clips so she was at the doctor's 8 inches long. You can watch us struggle trying to keep her calm and entertained while we're trying to sit and film this. But in today's video I'm going to be filming Evelyn's 11-month update. I cannot believe that she's 11 months old already. I mean, it feels just like yesterday. I was in the hospital room in pain, ready to get her out, but now she's so big. So I'm just gonna start off with like her height, weight, those kind of things. We went to the doctor maybe 3 weeks ago when she was about a little over 10 months because she's been teething really badly the last couple months. And I thought she kept pulling on her ear, so I thought she had an ear infection, but it was just the teething. The doctor said that she was just pulling on her ear because the pain was radiating from her mouth into her ear, and she was just pulling on that to try and relieve the pain. So from that appointment she was around 21 pounds, so I'm guessing she's a little above that now, maybe 20, almost 21 and a half, 22 pounds, and she was 27, 28 inches. So she's right on track for her growth curve. In fact, I think she's a little above her growth curve, which is great. She's always been a kind of petite to average size baby, and now she's completely 50%, which is great. One big change this month compared to the last is I'm starting to try to wean her of breastfeeding. I view breastfeeding as a two-way relationship, so if one person isn't happy, then it's done. Like, and I'm not happy. I'm ready to be done. Like, I love the connection that I was able to have with her and have our relationship prosper, and we're super close. And you know, my school year is starting. She's at daycare. She's almost a year old. She's almost transitioning to like whole milk, and I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to put away the pump. I'm so tired of bringing my pump to clinical, to school with me to try and make sure I'm pumping enough for her. That stress of, oh my gosh, she takes 8 ounces while I'm gone. I need to make sure that I have enough time to be able to pump those 8 ounces while I'm away from her, ready to be done. But unfortunately she is not ready to be done. She wants to continue, and so it's the 4th now of September. So her 11-month was on the 28th of September, so it's the 4th of September. Her 11 months was on the 28th of August, so it's been 6 days now. But we started trying to wean her while we were on a trip to Nashville. So she was about like 10.5 months, I guess. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks now that I've been trying to wean her, and at first we were mixing 3 ounces. She usually takes a 4-ounce bottle. We were mixing 3 ounces of breast milk with 1 ounce of formula, and she would just take a sip of it, immediately detect the difference, and just let it pour out of her mouth. And it was so frustrating to watch that because she would not take it. She would only take the bottles when she was tired, and she would rely mostly on the water that she would take during her meals to make sure she was staying full. So we were like constantly like trying to offer the bottle, but then she wouldn't take it, so we were trying to offer snacks to make sure she was full, because I mean, she needs something. But I mean, she is now on 3 meals and 2 snacks, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Yeah, we're still struggling in that. It's been 2 or 3 weeks now, and I was planning on being completely done breastfeeding now because I have started school and I have been going back to school and clinical. Granted, mostly of my school is online, but I do have clinical in person and lab in person, and I specifically didn't want to have to bring my pump and all that there. So I was planning, that's why I started a couple weeks before, so I could be done by now, but we are not done yet. we've actually only gotten down to 2 ounces of breast milk per bottle and 2 ounces of formula, and she still struggles to take that. She will only take formula at night when she's super tired and in her sleep sack, ready to go to sleep and half asleep. She will only take that bottle. So I've kind of resorted back to like breastfeeding on demand again, even though it's not really what I want, but I'm just trying to get to that year mark. And we've started to try to introduce whole milk to her. We're specifically doing grass-fed organic whole milk. I mean, you can do the research on it, but we just feel grass-fed, 100% grass-fed organic whole milk is best for our child, so that's what we chose. She doesn't really like the taste of it either. I tried mixing an ounce of that with 3 ounces of breast milk, and she still doesn't really like it, but she will drink that over the formula. But again, I do want to kind of wait, because you're not supposed to start the whole milk before a year, and I was just trying to introduce the taste to her, make sure she didn't have any like allergies to it. But I mean, I didn't think she would, because she does really like cheese and yogurt and all that. So, but if you have any tips, please leave them below, because I need them. We are struggling over here with the weaning process, and that's that on that. The next thing I want to talk about is she is finally walking. I say walking. The most amount of steps she's taken at one time is 9 steps. But one of the, like, she is such a little go-getter. Like, I mean, I'm a little biased, obviously, she's my child, but she like seems to really want to learn how to walk. Like, whenever she can, she stands up and tries to walk, and then she gets frustrated and then she'll crawl if she needs to, but she will always try first to see if she can walk there, which I think is just so awesome that she wants to learn how to walk. And I mean, ready? She's just getting so big, and we had to buy her first pair of walking shoes, and we had to now get her a second one for daycare, because they're asking, because she's now trying to walk there too, obviously. And that's another thing. I think I mean, Evs has cousins that are like the same age, around the same age as her, but I really think daycare played a huge part in getting her to walk at 11 months. She took a couple steps at 10.5 months when we were on our trip, but it was really only like 1 or 2 at a time. But now she's really like walking consistently, like 3, 4, 5, 9, 10 steps every single time. And I think daycare played a huge part in that, because I mean, she's constantly seeing the older kids walking around her, and it really is, I think, pushing her to try to be at that same level, which is definitely one of the advantages and benefits that I've seen play out with like everything that she's doing with daycare. Granted, one of the disadvantages that we're experiencing right now is the sicknesses. I mean, she was sick like 3 weeks ago, and now she's sick again with the same runny nose and cough, which I don't know if it's teething again, because she does have one tooth coming in down here, and then she has the molars on the top coming in as well on both sides, which obviously that's not helping. But I mean, it's daycare, they're constantly putting stuff in their mouth. We are now moving her to a convertible car seat. She is in a convertible car seat in my car, but we just got a second one for Mason's car, because he is going to be on the market for a new car, because he has a, sorry if you hear Ev crying in the background, Mason's trying to watch her, but she just doesn't really, I don't know what's happening. But alright, let's continue now. I think she stopped crying. Alright, I think she's actually done crying now. Like I was saying, we're trying to transition her to a convertible car seat in Mason's car, because she is getting to that upper threshold now of her old infant car seat. In terms of her height, she's not even close in her weight, but her height, she's getting somewhat close to the upper threshold. So we wanted to try and she's almost a year old, so we're just ready to try and transition her to a convertible car seat, because we did want the new Narava, and it was on sale last week for $75 off. So we were like, it's the perfect time. So we purchased that, and it actually just came in today. It's not any different, it doesn't look or feel any different than the exact that I have in my car, which is the all-in-one car seat, where it changes to a booster seat. The booster seat, the Rava doesn't. It's just rear and front facing. It's not the booster seat, so we'll have to get one later on down the road. So we're gonna see how that works. She's not really the best car seat rider. She doesn't like being in the car, especially if somebody's not sitting in the back with her, so that usually means that somebody has to ride in the back with her, or she either has to be asleep or there has to be a TV show. Sometimes there has to be a TV show on the TV playing for her. Bubble guppies. And sometimes that doesn't even work. Sometimes she's just ready to get out of that car, as you guys might have seen in our Nashville trip when she could not handle being in that car for the ride home. Her favorite toys right now, she loves this little dolly. It's her favorite. She sleeps with it most nights, and these things are her favorite snacks in the whole world, which I don't even know why she likes them. I've tried them and they're not good. It's the Gerber Little Country's apple sweet potato. It specifically has to be the apple sweet potato. She likes the mild cheddar, but the apple sweet potato for some reason is the best thing in the world for her. She loves them. In terms of her sleeping, not going the greatest, but then again, she is in the process. She's been teething for the last couple, for like at least a month or two now. So her sleep has been affected, and it sucks too, because I feel like right before she had all these teeth coming in, like we were finally able to get down to just one feeding a night, and then we were about to start getting rid of that other feeding where she would only be waking up at 2 o'clock, and now it has completely turned back around, and we are now, like last night she woke up 3 times to eat, which I mean, I'm fine with breastfeeding her at night when she's sick, because I want her to be able to get those antibodies so that she is more rejuvenated and feels better quicker. So I don't try to limit her like that, limit her to only 1 feeding at night, which will then send us back. But I'd rather her get better sooner than be miserable at nighttime. She's completely on table food. She doesn't eat any purees except maybe a pouch or 2 like once a week. But most of that she eats whatever we eat for dinner, just chopped up appropriately for her size. We have started planning her first birthday party. We're having a Wild One themed birthday party because she is crazy. She will climb on top of anything and do anything her little heart desires. Yeah, I can't believe she's almost 1. Her little personality has just completely shown through in the last couple months. Like before, I thought her, like when she was around 6 months, I was like, oh my gosh, she has such a little personality. But over the last like 3-4 months, it has just completely blossomed into her little individual self. It's like, and it's crazy, like I see little parts of Mason in her, and I'm like, oh my god, that is Mason to a T. Like, or like she is so stubborn, and Mason is so stubborn, which I think I'm a little stubborn too, but Mason is stubborn, and it's just like watching them butt heads sometimes is just so funny, and it's just, I love watching her grow. She is just turning into such a smart young little girl, and I just can't believe she's almost 1 year old. And like I can't believe in like a couple weeks I'm gonna be making her 12-month update, and we're gonna be having her birthday party, and time does fly. But yeah, if you have any more questions about Ev, you can leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them. But if not, then I'll see you guys in our next video. Like, comment, and subscribe below. And I'll see you guys. Bye.